Hi everybody, this is the second part of the video that I started last week talking about the spiritual dimension of life and how important that is for our mental well-being. This was supposed to be a 5-part series profiling this meta study, and now it's turning into a 6-part. But I was a little cranky last week. Hopefully we'll be a little more positive this week because we want to focus on how do you build an authentic, positive, meaningful spiritual life. We could spend a lot of time talking about this. I think this is probably something we want to go into in other videos, but just for the sake of this one, I'll just quickly mention a couple of things. First, find some community where you can connect with others that will help you, kind of guide you, steer you, and encourage you on this path. This is a path that is so helpful to have other people to be drawing from and to be encouraged by. So find a community that can help you facilitate that. The second thing that I would suggest is to reject the all or nothing mindset of the critics of religion today. So people, particularly people who realize there's problems, dysfunctions, maybe some things that they're not sure about related to the religious tradition they grew up in, the questions they have, ways that they're seeing that it's not meeting the real needs in their lives. What it's sort of like we're being encouraged to do is to, if we find a question or inadequacy in any way about this religion, and let's say it's in the Christian sphere, the all or nothing mindset is, well, Christianity must be irrelevant, completely untrue, just forget it all. And so we sort of dispense with spirituality or dispense with this religion, not realizing that the perspective of the Christian religion, the perspective of this faith is so wide and broad. Maybe it's not that the faith is messed up or the faith is dysfunctional. Maybe we're just in a dysfunctional part of it. And so let's look a little deeper. Let's raise questions and think a little broader about it without dispensing with the religion altogether. Related to that, point number 3 would be to see doubt and disillusionment as doorways rather than dead ends. In other words, if I have questions, if there's things about my faith experience that I just realize aren't working for me, rather than just abandon it altogether and think that I'm at a dead end, maybe those questions, maybe that disillusionment is something I should be exploring, because when I do, there's something on the other side of that. And this is not the time to give up on the spiritual quest, but to see these questions as doorways into the next level of our spiritual quest. And then finally, kind of the overarching one is to make the connection, to keep clear in your mind this connection between a healthy, authentic spirituality and your mental well-being. If you see that, if you can come to terms with that, that will motivate you. Hopefully that will motivate you as you continue on this spiritual path. So there are some people who their perspective is, well, maybe as a collective species, as a society, we've moved beyond, we've outgrown these religious traditions. I would say no, we have not outgrown them. If anything, we've just outgrown bad religion. And we've lost our tolerance for religion that gets in the way of, rather than facilitates, our spiritual connection. And what we need is religions that do facilitate that. What we need is a spiritual path that will facilitate that. And as a Christian, what I would say is what we need is an understanding of the Christian path, which allows us to connect with our true nature, which is God through the Holy Spirit in us. Well, I hope you find some of this helpful, and I invite you to join this community Make a comment if you have any questions or comments or responses below to this video. Please like this, subscribe to this channel. We'll be giving more teaching about the connection between healthy spirituality and mental health and well-being.